Welcome to Sculpture Studios. We have a rather special guest here for a body mould today. Someone whose father lived to the ripe old age of 114. And Eddie here is giving him a run for his money.
Eddie, like, you're going to introduce yourself for the video, yeah? Fire away.
Bond. It is not James Bond, it's not Brooke Bond, but Basildon Bond.
Basildon Bond. Eddie, your birthday was yesterday.
Yes.
How
I
old
was placed on this planet in 1928.
97 years old.
And he's come in for a head and torso mould, just in case he forgets what he looks like.
I hope I will not destroy your camera.
So Eddie here is originally from Cuba, and after moving to Basildon many years ago, he claims to be the first black person in Basildon. Absolutely no idea whether that's true or not, or whether it's a case that Eddie used to work at Basildon Hospital, but put it this way, he's been doing press-ups in the office, he comes to the studio on a push bike, so something tells me that his health at 97 years old is looking pretty good, and we're trying to work out his secret. His head and shoulder mould starts with plaster bandage for the less detailed areas, and we're going over with an alginate rubber for the face. Eddie's only looking to have one cast created, so this is going to be a quick, one-use only waist mould. Eddie was the perfect model, no fuss or fidgeting, but just got comfortable, and the entire process was complete in only about 45 minutes. The mould's been created in two parts, a front and a back, by which, when the plaster has set, each piece is carefully removed, and then we start to work on the cast straight away. The alginate rubber, though being friendly on the skin, only lasts an hour or so before it begins to dry out and break down, so it's important that we get cracking immediately. Aden's going into the mould with a car body and resin mix, so that the eventual surface is easy to sand down and clean up. This is then backed up with layers of glass fibre to create strong but lightweight casts. Each half, when removed from the waste mould, will need to be cleaned up and have the exterior flash material trimmed off, and then they're joined internally with more glass fibre to bring the whole model together. Using a rotary tool and sandpapers, Aden works up the exterior surface. He's removing any imperfections in the resin, but being sure to preserve the detail in the skin and facial features that are actually supposed to be there. Eventually, this is going to be painted to look more like a bronze, by which the detail will be captured in the light and dark of the artwork as well. For the underside of the bust, Aden's using clay to create a broken feature, as though it's almost part of a full statue. This will then be finished in the same glass fibre material and worked up accordingly. Naturally, Eddie had his eyes closed when taking the mould, so Aden's in the process here of using reference images that we took of Eddie around the clock to re-sculpt the resin so that the model's eyes are open. Even though this was a direct mould taken straight from Eddie's face, it's always beneficial to have visual references to refer back to, in case any areas need to be tweaked or amended. It's also worth noting that Eddie usually has a beard, and he's significantly scaled back his head and facial hair so that it will be easier to take a mould, but Aden will eventually use a resin mix to somewhat give an indication of this back in. Going over with a resin primer, darker layers to get into all of the detail, and a gold theatrical dry brush technique to bring out the high spots, a weightier bronze effect finish is achieved. As you can see from the diversity of the projects and videos on our channel, we work on a variety of scales. not only for larger commissions like theme parks, theatre performances and public display, but also smaller projects and personal pieces of art. As long as everyone's aware of the work and expertise that go behind creating something like this, by which it's very much part of the reason that we create these videos, everyone is always more than welcome to get in touch should they be looking for anything similar to be created. We'd very much like to thank Eddie's friend Bart for getting in contact with us and for accompanying and organising the commission, and to Eddie himself. An absolute pleasure to have you here at the studio, and we're very much rooting for you to break your old man's 114-year record. Hopefully this sculpture will take pride of place at your home, only a bicycle ride away from our studio. We always love hearing what you guys at home think of our projects and our channel, so please feel free to drop a comment below, and by all means subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up to date on our latest videos. A big thank you to all of our patrons who support our projects and the creation of our videos. We love having you guys on board, and if you'd like to support our family run studio, you can find our Patreon details below. However big or small, it's greatly appreciated. From all of us here at Sculpture Studios, thank you very much for watching.